Yes, my people. Yeah, this is another live video, and this time we have some comedian, a Muslim comedian for you guys to listen to, because Islam is a mess, man. There's some comedian in Islam. You're living in the 21st century, and you allow a man from the 7th century, an Arab, from the 7th century, you're an African man. You allow Arab from the 7th century to treat you, to make you look like an idiot. That's ridiculous. How you allow an Arab guy, as a black man, you allow a stupid Arab man from the 7th century to make you look like an idiot. So I'm just gonna show you something, how crazy this thing is. Thank you, my brother, or my sister. Oh, you're my sister. Thank you. So what a beautiful man. You're a beautiful woman also. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you too, my sister. Yeah, thank you for subscribing and watching my channel. I am trying to grow it and trying to just show the craziness of Islam. So I started this thing where I would go to Facebook or any social media and I would find some crazy things that Muslims say to defend Muhammad. And then I would come on here on this channel, at least try to do 2 videos per day or more, where I would just show you some craziness about Islam and stuff, and then we could laugh together. As Christian Prince say, let's laugh together. But today we're gonna laugh together. This is very, very weird. It's one of the weirdest craziness I've seen in a while that these Abduls have been saying. But this one is crazy. So we're just gonna go, and I'm just gonna go to Facebook and show you a conversation that I'm having with a Muslim, and just to show you how crazy they are. But before I go to Facebook, I'm gonna let you know that this Muslim, I've spoken to Christian Prince before, and Christian Prince humiliate him, and he still continue with the nonsense. You're a black man in the 21st century. This is a time for all people, especially us as black people, to educate ourselves. We can't be stupid. We can't be stupid this time. We got to educate ourselves. We got to stop doing nonsense, stop killing each other in the ghettos, stop doing all that nonsense that we do. Notice who is for us and who is not for us. All that stuff we got to stop. We have to educate ourselves. Our children need to go to college. We need to uplift ourselves. We can't, and not just go into college, but go to college for meaningful things that can give them jobs, so they can go out into society and compete and be leaders and stuff. Not just go into college, because some people go to college and they take up radio broadcasting when you're from the ghetto taking up radio broadcasting. How many radios in the ghetto? How many radios in your community? How many TV stations in your community that you're going to go 4 years, waste 4 years of school to do something that may not even land you a job? Go to school for some trade jobs. Like nursing is good, as a good job, that you will never be out of a job if you are a nurse. Anything in the medical field. And also go to school for trade, build houses, build roads, build stuff, fix something, fix a car, fix a computer, do something. But this just show how this guy is uneducated and stupid. I'm gonna go straight out like Christian Prince. He's a donkey. I'm gonna show you how much this guy is a donkey. So let's go to the discussion and Facebook, and we're gonna share the discussion so you guys can see what exactly is going on. So the first thing here is, let's see. Okay. So Facebook. Okay, and this is the guy. If you look right here and Facebook right here, his name is Adamu Bakari bin Abu Bakar. So do you see here, he got this name, which he get from the Quran, Adamu, I think Adam from the Quran, Bakari. This one comes from the Hadith, Bakari. He doesn't have the H in it, but I'm sure. And then he got a Abu Bakar. You know who Abu Bakar is? Abu Bakar was Aisha's Muhammad child bride father, and he was, I think, the first caliph of Islam. So this is the guy we have in the discussion with. We're just gonna go here and show you what the discussion is about. So here we go. Here is the guy, and here's the discussion. So we're gonna go into the discussion real fast. I have the discussion written down somewhere, but I don't want no one to say that I'm telling lies on him. So the first thing that I see him say, he asked me, he said, "Are you a medical doctor? How did he help you?" I don't know what he's talking about here really, but he said, "Did he teach you that medically you went to medical school? You can't spell school." And you were being taught by scientists who believe that man evolved from primate. So this is the first mistake he make right here, that men evolved from primate. Men are primate. All of us as human, we are primate. We didn't evolve from primate. I don't believe in that evolution nonsense, but men don't evolve from primate. We are primate. Monkeys are primate. Lemurs are primate. Men are primate. So I try to educate him. And so I show him, I say, primate, what primate mean? Primate, any order of primates, of mammal that are characterized especially by advanced development of binocular vision, resulting in stereoscopic depth perception. So I give him a definition for the word primate. But see what he's the craziness about this guy is that he claim he don't believe in evolution. But if anybody remember when Shibir Ali, Muslim scholar Shibir Ali, was debating Anthony Rogers about I think it was about I can't remember exactly what it was about. I don't want to lie what it was about. But Shibir Ali actually believed that Adam was not the first created being, and that men came from different development and evolve to where they are right now. If you think I'm lying, look at the last debate, second to last debate Shibir Ali has with Anthony Rogers. You will see where he actually, because what these Muslims are doing, they're trying to tie their Quran with modern scientific belief. Christians don't have to do that, because there is nowhere we claim that our scriptures are scientific based. There is nowhere we make the claim that modern science add up to our scriptures. Our scriptures add up to modern science. We don't do that. That our scripture is cohesive with modern science. We don't do that, because there's a lot of things, spiritual things and scientific things sometimes may be cohesive, but in other times it may not be cohesive. In science, there is nothing called angels. There is nothing called creation. In modern science, there is no creation. So you cannot. They are from two different studies. So you can't be trying to put modern science together with the scriptures. And that's why you know that Islam and the Quran is not from God, because they're trying to conform to the world. They're not trying to they're not trying to transform from the world. They're trying to conform to the world. But anyway, so the guy goes to the point where I want you guys to see. The guy goes to the point where it gets so crazy. Let's go down and show you where he gets very, very crazy. He says this. This is what he said to me. Allah said he created everything in pairs, male and female. That is stupidity. Every creature is not in pair. So you know that Allah is not a creator, because Allah don't even know about creation. Because he said, I create everything in pairs. There is unicellular organism that is not created in pair. So they don't need sex to multiply. They multiply by themselves. The amoeba is one of those. I can think of the amoeba right now. The amoeba is one of those. Most bacteria and virus are of that. Bacteria, not most. Bacteria and virus are of that group of organism that does not need sex to multiply. They replicate by themselves. So when this stupid Quran is telling us that Allah created everything in pairs, male and female, then you know that Allah is not a creator. Allah is a man. Allah is the mindset of a man who doesn't know very much. Oh, so the problem this guy have is I show him a hadith, and let me read the hadith to you. Let me read the hadith to you, and so you could understand what was going on. You know, Jesus says salvation is of the Jews, because Jesus is the Jew that came with the salvation, and salvation has always been of the Jews, because they were the chosen people that God used to lead people to himself. If people are joined to Israel instead of fighting Israel, God would have welcomed them as a part of his people. The Bible tells us that in the book of Exodus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. It says those who are joined to his people, God welcomed those who are joined to his people. One law is given to the sojourner, the people who join with his people. So here is the hadith. We find that in Sahih Bukhari, volume 4, hadith 546. A Jewish man tested Muhammad. I don't know if the Jew knew that Muhammad failed. I have no idea if the Jew knew that Muhammad failed, but Muhammad failed big time. Muhammad was coming to Medina. So this Jewish man go out to test Muhammad to see if Muhammad was a false prophet. And Muhammad failed the test very badly. But the Jew, I don't think he was wise enough, or maybe he's scared of Muhammad, because Muhammad at the time was killing people. Muhammad once told someone, his people, his men around him, kill any Jew that fall into your hand. And a man get up and kill this merchant that he was doing business with the merchant, and he just killed the merchant. So when he killed the merchant, his brother said to him, oh, man, you kill him and all the fat in your belly comes from him. He said, if it was you, his brother, I'm talking about, this man is telling his brother, his biological brother, that if it was you who Allah Messenger told me to kill, I would have killed you. You know what the brother did? The brother immediately become a Muslim. He said he'd never seen a religion like this before. It's what a marvelous religion. He'd never seen a religion like this before. Scared. There was a time when Muhammad is in the mosque praying, and something bothered him. The Jews were always bothering Muhammad. Muhammad said, let's go down to the Jew. So they go down to the Jews, and when they go down to the Jews, Muhammad said to the Jews, did you know that the earth belongs to Allah and I? I'm paraphrasing. He said, did you know the earth belongs to Allah and I? So he's telling the Jews that the land, the earth, belong to him and his God. And if he want to expel them out of it, he can expel them out of it. So he said, embrace Islam and you will be safe. So he was always intimidating these people, trying to kill these people, trying to get these people to join his religion. So this Jew heard that he was coming to Medina, and the Jew name is Abdullah bin Salam. So this guy called, they claim it's a Jew. That's what the narration claimed, that it's a Jew, that this guy is a Jew. With the name Abdullah. I don't know about that, but they said he was a Jew. So anyway, so this Jewish guy that they claim is a Jew, heard about Muhammad coming to Medina. So the guy came out and said to Muhammad, I am going to ask you about 3 things which nobody knew except a prophet. What is the first portent of the hour? What will be the first meal taken to the people of paradise? Why does a child resemble its father, and why does it resemble its maternal uncle? Okay. If Muhammad opened his mouth to answer those questions, he already failed as a prophet. You know why? Because as a wise man, he should have known that that was a trap set by God Almighty. If he was wise, he would know that it's a trap set by someone wiser than him. Because the person says, only a prophet would know. It's right here. He says, let me share the screen and so from where I am reading from. Let me share the screen here so you guys could see what I'm talking about. So let's get this off, and then so I could share the screen. Because if I'm just reading and you guys don't see what I'm sharing, then it would not make sense. Okay. So we are sharing right here. Notice what the guy say right here. I am going to ask you right here. I am going to ask you about 3 things which nobody knows except a prophet. So if Muhammad answered the man, he already failed, because what? How would the guy know the answer if Muhammad is the prophet and the guy is not a prophet? How would he know that Muhammad is answering him right? How would he know that Muhammad is telling the truth? What Muhammad should have said is, if he was a real prophet and have any sense, and he was not as stupid as he proved to be, he would have said, how would you know if I'm telling the truth if only a prophet knew the answer? But Muhammad, so stupid, he wanted to appease the Jews. He wanted to be in the pocket of the Jews. So what he did, guess what he did? Here, read right here. Allah's apostle said, Gabriel has just now told me of their answer. Gabriel. Notice what this dumb man who called himself a prophet said. Gabriel has just told him. Come, let us laugh together. Gabriel has just told him. Gabriel. So here it is now. Muhammad is already showing us that Gabriel is not Gabriel. Because the wise angel of the Most High would never have answered that question. They never have answered that question. The reason is because it's a bait. It is a bait. If Gabriel is wise, Gabriel would have said to Muhammad, this man is setting you up. Setting up for future people to see that you are stupid and you make no sense. Because Gabriel should have known that only a prophet would know. So how would the man know that what Muhammad say is true? But Muhammad said Gabriel told him the answer. What does that mean? That Gabriel is a fake. Because Gabriel is giving answers to question that should never be answered. But listen, it's not only that. Gabriel gonna give an answer that even children in America right now, if you ask an 11-year-old, a 10-year-old, and even younger, one of the answers that Gabriel give you, they will tell you, no, that's not right. There's some kids out here will run circles around Gabriel. And I know this because I am a nurse, so I know this is fake. This is totally fake. But anyway, let's get there. So we're gonna jump over the first answers that Muhammad gave. The first answer was to what is the first potent of the hour. We're gonna jump over that one. But what about the other one? The other one is, what will be the first meal taken by the people of paradise? Even though I don't have it right here, but if you go to the longer hadith, the real hadith, let me share the real hadith so you guys could see. I'm going to share the real hadith so that you guys could see what the real hadith says. Okay, share. Okay, here is the real hadith. So this is not a fake hadith. This is called sunnah.com right here. See this right here? Sunnah.com. And here is the same narration. We say Abdullah bin Salim heard the news of the arrival. Is right here. So even though I make it bigger on my stuff, I'm showing you. But if you go to the second answer that Muhammad gave, he says, as for the first meal of the people of paradise, look what he says it is. It will be caudate, lobe of fish liver. So even in paradise, which is Allah's version of heaven, guess what? Fish will be killed. There will still be killing. There will still be killing and sufferation, because to kill a fish, you have to take it out of the water and it have to suffer till it dies. So even in Allah's heaven, version of heaven, there will be sufferation. Right here, fish liver, lobe of fish liver. In the Bible, it says a child shall play with lions and lambs. All creatures shall be united together. There will never be no more killing. The Bible says there will be no more death. No more death. But here it is. Muhammad is telling you that a lobe of fish liver is what they're going to eat the first meal of the day. Can you imagine eating a lobe of fish liver for the first meal? But anyway, fish liver, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Muhammad was crazy, man. But that's not the biggest thing. Let's get back to, let me read it from here where it's bigger. So Muhammad is saying a lobe of fish liver will be the first meal of the day. We know that cannot be true, because the Bible already told us before Muhammad that there will be no more killing, no more death. No more death. Why? What caused the first death? Sin caused the first death. The second death caused by sin. The first death of animal was caused by sin. When Adam and Eve sinned in the garden, God had to kill. They saw their nakedness and God had to cover them. Not only cover them physically, but he covered them with blood. He covered them with blood. Because sin requires death. The wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life. So we know that sin is so dangerous that it caused death. But here is this stupid Muhammad saying that even in heaven, his version of heaven, animal will still be killed. And from animal killing, what else is going to happen? Sex and animal killing. Crazy. Anyway, but let's get to what caused this conversation between this Muslim. So we're going to get to what caused the conversation between the Muslims. So let's go back to this part. Okay, so Muhammad's answer of the third question is this. As for the resemblance, let me highlight it so you can see it right here. As for the resemblance of the child to its parents, if a man have sexual intercourse with his wife and get discharged first, the child will resemble the father. And if the woman get discharged first, the child will resemble her. We know that's a lie. We know that's a lie. And how we know that's a lie? A woman's discharge of sexual discharge during sex have nothing to do with genetic composition of a child. I am a nurse, I'm telling you that. A woman's discharge is just like a lubrication. It's just a lubrication. It's just something that happened with climax. It have nothing to, it's not like the man's discharge. And a man's discharge, most of a man's discharge have nothing to do with genetic composition or anything, because there is semen, and within that semen there is sex, there is cells, reproductive cells. I was about to say sex cells because that's how I learned it in Jamaica, but it's reproductive cells. So within that gel of semen, there is small reproductive cells that your eyes cannot see, natural eyes cannot see without microscopic help. Without a microscope, you need microscope and stuff like that to see a male gamete, as they call it. You cannot see a reproductive cell, female or male reproductive cell, without microscopic help, without a microscope. So, but Muhammad is saying that if the woman discharged first, the baby look like her, and if the man discharged first, the baby look like him. That's a lie. A baby's resemblance have nothing to do with a female discharge. Her discharge have nothing to do with composition, genetic composition of a child. What a woman have is a thing called an ovum or egg. The scientific name is ovum. Natural name, that just the regular name, generic name, is an egg. So the woman have an egg, and what happened is that the egg on the sperm cell fuse, and that's where reproduction take place. That's where the beginning of reproduction. The man sex cell, which is the sperm, our reproductive cell, donate a X or a Y chromosome. So the man sex cell have it's like this. It is like this. X and a Y chromosome. I may be backwards here, but an X and a Y chromosome. So the man can donate either a Y chromosome or an X chromosome. If the man donate, but the woman have XX, so the woman is XX. The woman's ovum or egg will donate a X chromosome because she only have XX. She doesn't have a Y. So if she donate a X and the man donate a Y, it's going to be a boy child. If she donate, not if, because she can't donate more than an X. So you got to, when she donate an X and the man donate an X, guess what? That's a girl child. That's how it goes. No other way around it. That's how it goes. But what is Muhammad saying? If the man discharge first, it's a boy. Have nothing to do with that. Because if the man discharge first, the man can discharge first and give a Y chromosome. And the woman can discharge last and give, and only thing she can give is an X chromosome. What is that? A boy. The man could discharge first and give an X chromosome. The woman could discharge second, and her egg can only give a X chromosome. What is that? A girl. It have nothing to do with who discharge first. If you discharge last, the man discharge last, and he give a Y chromosome, he's gonna be a boy. If he discharge first and he give a X chromosome, it's going to be a girl. It depends on the man. Sex is dependent on what the sperm cell of the man does, not on a woman. There is nothing, because the woman can only do one thing from her ovum. She can only give an X chromosome. An X chromosome. That's all she can do. Give an X chromosome. The man is the one who depend on the sex of the child, is depend on the man. So if he give an X chromosome, whether he discharge first or not, it's gonna be a girl. And if he give a Y chromosome, whether he discharge first or not, it's gonna be a boy. So we see where Muhammad messed up. But here is this Abdul to Muhammad and Gabriel's rescue. Look what this Abdul said. And I will know how this Abdul is stupid. Remember the Abdul says, let's share it so everybody can see again. Because, I don't want nobody say we are making up stuff about these Abduls. We need to speak the truth always in Jesus' name. Especially when we're representing Jesus, not especially at all times, but in this case, it's even more detrimental, just in a human way, to speak the truth, because we are witnessing to these Abdul. But look what happened. Look what happened right here. Look how crazy this Abdul is. I will show you how crazy this Abdul is. All right. So this Abdul says right here, look at this. He said, Allah said he created everything in pairs, male and female. He asks, what are the pairs of sperm? Do you see how stupid this Abdul is? What are the pairs of sperm? Pairs of sperm. And then he said, what are the pairs of eggs? Egg. What are the pairs of sperm, and what are the pairs of eggs? See it right here, not lying on him. Read that. Adamu, see the name at the top? See his name up here? Right here, his name. You ever see it? That's his name. And he's the one answering. He says, what are the pairs of sperm? What are the pairs of egg? So he is putting his God to a test, and he don't know that. So I answer him, your God, look right here. I answer him. I said, your God is a liar. He is the ignorance of Muhammad. Why would everything be in pairs, Abdul? Your ignorance says, Allah said he created everything in pairs. What are the pairs of sperm? What are the pairs of egg? So I asked him, look what I say right here. I said, answer this first. Where were the pairs of vagina? Where were the pairs of penises? Islam, and I told him, I said, Islam make you think like a child. Look at his response. Right here. He said, the pair of vagina is penis. The pair of penis is vagina. So everything come in pair. So the pair of vagina is penis, and the pair of penis is vagina. Okay, let's give him that one. Since Allah created everything in pairs, and a woman is the pair of a man, I could give him that one. But look what he said now. So if if a woman is the pair of man and the pair of penis is the vagina, the pair to the penis is the vagina, what would be the pair to the sperm, to a sperm cell? Look what this Abdul says. This pair of the male sperm is that of female sperm. Look right here. Please look. Right here on the screen right there. The pair of that of a female sperm, the pair of that of a male sperm is that of a female sperm, which is ignorantly, listen to this ignorant guy, which is ignorantly called egg, despite it have no shell. My God in heaven, save us from ourselves. The Muslim says the pair of male sperm is that of female sperm, which is ignorantly called egg, despite it have no shell. He says, no any. Look at this. Look how he write. Look how he write, man. No any scientist ever see the so-called egg which has no shell physically. Look how stupid this guy is. He said no science have ever seen an ovum or an egg. That's a lie. I've seen an ovum and an egg before. I could show you an ovum, a real ovum and a real egg at this very moment. This is how dumb he is living in this 21st century. Look at this, my friend. I'm going to show you one. This right here, this thing right here is real. This is real. 3D human ovum cell. This is real. This is not a makeup. It's a 3D human ovum cell. That's not the only place you could find these things. That's not the only place. You have high resolution cameras, microscopic cameras that can take photograph of these things. Here is another one. Here is another one. Illustration of a human egg cell ovum stock photo. High resolution photo. Can show these things, but he said no science have ever seen one of these things. But do you notice what he says? They call it egg even though it have no shell. Can somebody in reality tell this Abdul that there are many animals who have eggs without shells? Even chicken have eggs without shells. I'm telling you, I grew up on a farm, a little farm as a guy. My father raised chicken. You know, it wasn't like a farm like these big farms, but there was time when he had cows, there was time when he had goats, there was time when he had donkeys. We were living in a place called Orange Hill, and he have donkeys, cows, goats, different animal, pigs, different animal. But look at this guy, man. This guy says, this guy is a comedian, man. Straight up comedian. He says, no any scientists ever see the so-called egg which has no shell physically. Physically. You have never seen it with your naked eyes. It's just like, for example, a person have never seen a coronavirus with their naked eye, but they have seen coronavirus before. They know what it looks like. A person have never seen a bacteria with their naked eye, but they know what bacteria look like. Because we have microscopes that can see these things. And we have high resolution camera that can take pictures of these things. How would children learn anything about bacteria if we did not know what bacteria look like and how they replicate and how they process? We learn about these things as a nurse I learned about bacteria because there is people who study bacteria and are able to tell us how bacteria operate because they saw them in action. How did they see them? Through microscope. We were kids in Jamaica, third world country. This guy is from Nigeria. Nigeria got so much oil, and you have dumb people like this living in Nigeria. How can Nigeria have so much oil in the world and you have a stupid man like this living in Nigeria? How this guy do is go on Facebook all day talking nonsense. He need to go to some educational site and go learn some things. Islam will turn you into an idiot. Islam will turn you into an idiot. Defending Islam will turn you into an idiot. Let's continue with this idiot. He said, here he continue again. The pair of female sperm, which is ignorantly called egg, is the male sperm. So he repeat himself. And if you look at it, it's like he copy and paste the same. No, it's not. It turned back way. It's the same thing. Oh my God. Female sperm. A man, if you look at his age, let's look at his age. Because it's ridiculous, man. We have to look at this guy's age, man. This guy, something is wrong. This is not right. What was it about? Is that where you go? I don't even know. Oh my God. Something is not right with this guy, man. Oh, Father, help him. I don't even know where you could see is let's see, relationship, the work, orientation, family, detail about Adam. You don't put no detail there, but I'm sure I heard him. I'm okay to show who this guy is. This is him and Christian Prince. This is him talking to Christian Prince. Hold on a minute. Let me share him talking to Christian Prince. I had to share with you. This is a man, a grown man. Here he is talking to my brother Christian Prince. And make a fool of himself on the Christian Prince show. He make a fool of himself. Watch this. This is him right here. Listen to him.
How are you, Bakari? Hello?
This is him on Christian Prince show.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, Bakari, how are
Hello?
you? I hear you.
Hello. How are you?
I'm all right. I want you to promise me something before we start talking. You will not shout screen, and we will let me talk. Me and you, we can talk. Do you promise?
Yes.
A promise of a man?
Yes.
Okay. What do you want to
Do you notice what Christian Prince said? A promise of a man. Because Christian Prince recognized him as a man, not as a child. So Christian Prince said a promise of a man. Because that's what he is, a man. But you have men living in Nigeria, a oil-filled country, thinking that women have sperm and that a woman's egg can never be called an egg because it doesn't have any shell. Oh my God! Can you imagine that, man? Can you imagine a woman's egg, or ovum, should never be called an egg because it doesn't have shells on it? Father, not even a drunk, not even a man who is drunk. Such a crazy stuff. Oh. my God. Father, my God, my Jesus, my God. Holy Spirit, my God. Have mercy on these Abdul. Father, send your Holy Spirit to touch them. Jesus Christ, send message to them through your Holy Spirit. Because they're crazy, man. I'm telling you. These the Abdul say, how can a female ovum be called an egg when it doesn't have shell? Let's talk. Let me give you some education. Since I know a little bit, I'm not the most educated, but I know something to survive. Okay, here we go. There are certain fishes, you could say fish or fishes, that have they lay eggs, but their eggs are like gel. It doesn't have no shell. There's frogs who do the same. So we have fishes and amphibian who have eggs without shell. Then we have certain reptile like lizard, and in Jamaica, you know, tropical countries have lizard like crazy. If you go to Florida right now, there's iguanas overtaking Florida. I've been to Puerto Rico, and in Puerto Rico, you have iguanas in Puerto Rico, and that one little island, I can't remember the name of it. That's where I first saw them in Puerto Rico. There's iguanas in Jamaica too, and we have guanas. It's smaller than iguana. Jamaicans take off the iguana, the E of the iguana, and call the smaller one iguana. So it's a smaller iguana. It's not as big as these big iguanas. We have the big one over there, but we have a smaller iguana over there that lays eggs, and you could find their eggs in their little they like a rotten log. Anywhere you have like a rotten log or rotten things, anything that they can lay, because they are cold-blooded animal. So they like where it's moisture and cold, and they lay these eggs there. And you could go there, and a lot of times we are kids, we pick up the eggs, even though we shouldn't, because we should be go run and wash your hands. But back then we were wild, man. We were babies, we were kids, we didn't understand. But you pick up the egg, and the egg is soft, so it have like a canvas type softness. So I don't know what you would call that. That's not shell. That's like a membrane, a softer membrane. That cover the egg, that enclose the material or the genetic material in the egg. So you have eggs without shell, then you have eggs with a canvas type coating, and then you have hard eggs like chicken, ducks, ostriches. They lay hard eggs. But look again, there are some times when chicken does not have any shells on their eggs. What caused that? That's a deficiency. Even though it's a deficiency, it's still a shell-less egg. It have a vapor over it. The chicken lay the egg with a vapor over it instead of the hard shell. Why? Because the chicken doesn't take in enough calcium. The chicken did not take in enough calcium to build that eggshell. If you look at sometimes you will see chicken picking along, and you wonder what they're eating. They are not eating food. They're actually eating calcium, picking up calcium from shells on the ground, because their shell, if you look in certain places, their shell everywhere. I've been to a place before, and it's land, you could see big pieces of shell. And I wonder to myself, was there a time when the ocean extend to these parts, or was there a time when there was a flood and things washed to that part of that area? In many places, not only in Jamaica, you will see things like that. But to be crazy, to what I'm saying is just how crazy this guy is. He says, how can a woman's egg be called a egg when it have no shell? Oh my God. So let's see that he's a man.
Did you see my topic?
Well,
I say there's no Allah, and the science of the Quran prove that Allah does not exist. What do you say?
there is no Allah who created human beings according to Islam. Who created us according to Islam?
Who? Who?
I'm asking you. You say it's Allah.
Okay, what is the proof that he did? Okay, if Allah is the one who created the human being, hold on. If Allah is the one who created the human being, how he do not know how a human being is created?
Okay. do you notice he's on the same scientific thing, you know, but he's the one proving that his God is not God. Because why? How do you know that? If you go back to that Facebook page where we were, you will see that his God is not God. You know, his prophet says Gabriel told him that a woman who ejaculate first, then the woman, the baby will look like the woman. We already know that a woman's ejaculation have nothing to do with the baby's genetic composition. And he said Gabriel told him. So if Gabriel gave him the Quran, then Gabriel is a liar. If the same angel that gave him the Quran is a liar. And who did Muhammad believe gave him the Quran? Satan. At first, Muhammad thought it was Satan that was giving him revelation. And even during his revelation, Satan was still commanding him. Muhammad said that. Muhammad says, Allah give every prophet a devil. He appoint every prophet a devil. And they asked him, they said, even to you, Allah's messenger? He said, yes. But Satan is commanding him for good. But when you read the Quran said, we have appointed to every prophet a devil from among human and from among the jinn. So, and then it says, these devil, they are involved in decorative speech of delusions. But Muhammad is saying that his devil, who is involved in decorative speech of delusion, is commanding him for good. So the appointed devil is commanding Muhammad, the devil who believes in delusion and decorative speech. Islam is a mess, a total mess, man. So let's see what is transpiring. Let's go back to this guy. But that's the guy on Christian Prince. The same guy is that guy we now heard in Christian Prince thing. That's the same guy. That's how crazy he is, you know. But no, when I asked him what's the pair, because he said Allah created everything in pair, and then he asked me what is the pair of sperm and what is the pair of eggs. So that's, you know, so that's when I asked him what is this pair of vagina, what is the pair of penis, because I want to see where his mind is at. He answered and said the pair to penis is the vagina and the pair to the vagina is the penis. But then he's gonna say the pair to the male sperm is a female sperm. Female don't have a penis, they have a vagina. Why do you think that female have sperm? Why do you think that female have sperm? When male doesn't, a man doesn't have a vagina. So, but he have a penis. So why is it that the female reproductive cell got to be a sperm? Because Muhammad told him that female discharge make up a woman, make up a child. Female discharge, the woman's discharge make up a child. So you have to cover for Muhammad. He have to say women have sperm. Some of them, they are not this brave to come up with that nonsense. But that's Adamu Bakari, man. Adamu Abu Bakar. Crazy Muslim, man. Crazy Muslim. Nigeria need to fix this problem, brother. I'm telling you, Nigeria need to fix this problem. But let's listen a little bit of him and Christian Prince.
Do you have evidence to prove that he didn't know that?
Okay, here we go. It's in front of us. The Quran in chapter 86, verse numbers 6 and 7 says that the sperm of the man is coming from the backbone, and the sperm of the woman is coming from her ribs. How?
I guess what gonna happen right here now? I bet he gonna admit that a woman have sperm, because the Quran, even the Quran, is talking about women's sperm.
God, he says such a thing, and he is the one who created a human being.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Christian Prince. You have evidence to prove that it is not from the back of the backbones and the ribs? You have evidence to prove that?
Yeah,
all
all scientists, they say that the sperm coming from the testicles, not from the bones of the backbone. Do you know the backbone? Do you know which one is the backbone of a human being? Is the last tiny bone in his spine. This is where your prophet saying this is where the sperm is coming from. And he says that women, and he says that the sperm is coming from the location of the necklace of the ribs of the women, not all the ribs. Do you have a proof that this is true? We are in the year 2019. Do you have a proof that this is not stupid?
Okay. Are you done?
Go ahead. I'm waiting for it. Don't worry about how I'm doing. I'm doing great.
You said, "Are you done?" The man waiting for you to answer, and you asking him if he's done. Man, this guy is a comedian, man.
Okay. So the issue is that scientists did not prove it. We have operated an animal. We didn't see any sperm in the testing of an animal. I don't know where you people get the information that.
Do you hear him? He said they operated on an animal and they did not see any sperm in the test of an animal. In his mind, the semen is a sperm. This guy is a comedian. In his mind, the semen is the sperm. You don't know that the semen is a gel that that for lubrication of the sperm that carries the sperm and keep the sperm alive.
And it's wrong, and scientists are right. You have evidence, even though we are debating between Christians and Muslims, not between science and Islam, or scientists and Muslims.
Okay, my friend.
You are living your own God now. You are going to scientists, even though some scientists and archaeologists discover that you are discover the bones of your gods. So, according to you,
do you see where we go? Some scientists discover the bones of Christian Prince God. That's a madman, man. Our scientists discovered the bone of Jesus when his stupid Quran said Jesus was taken up. This is how desperate and idiotic this guy is, man. This guy lose a screw in his head. Something is wrong with him. But anyway, people, I just wanted to share this video with you and so that you see how stupid Islam makes people think. It is crazy how stupid Islam can make you. You know, when you trust in a man like Muhammad, what it does to you. Anyway, God bless. Jesus is love, so we gotta love. Even though I'm rough around the edges, I love him. I love the brother, man. When I say brother, I mean brother in the flesh, because we all come from Adam. But we are not brother in religion or reality. His reality is not actuality. Anyway, God bless you all. And we say peace out. Love and loyalty we are dealing with. Rastafari sometimes. So you're the guy say, man. You're the guy say. That is crazy. I've not laughed like this in a long time, man. God bless.